It's always exciting this time of year when new maps start to get revealed and we get to see and find out more and more things, but this new map, Revontuli Coast based in Finland, it looks incredibly promising. 19 species, all of which were confirmed today on EW's livestream. Quickly, we'll start with that, kind of run through the list of all 19. We have Capercaillie, Willow Ptarmigan, Goldeneye, Tufted Duck, Black Grouse, Hazel Grouse, Eurasian Teal, Eurasian Widgeon, Rock Ptarmigan, Raccoon Dog, Greylag Goose, I believe it was Tundra Bean Goose, Mountain Hare, Mallard, Canada Goose, Lynx, Whitetail Deer, Brown Bear, and Moose. 19 species is ridiculous, and before we move on, what I want to quickly touch on is, especially for players who have been around Call of the Wild for, 3 years, 4 years, maybe even 5 years, 19 species is going to be a lot to maybe try to get diamonds and rares though. For me, like, when a new map comes out, that's always my goal, to try to get a diamond of everything. And for instance, with Mississippi, I think it took maybe a month. I'm really hoping for Revontuli Coast to have 2 or 3 months of searching for those last couple diamonds. I think it's going to be really, really exciting. Another thing that was mentioned, and I think this is going to be interesting,
is a great one released with this map, okay? But I'm not going to say anything else with that. We're going to let you guys work out what the great one is, where it is, and all that other stuff, okay?
There is a great one released with this map. And you heard that quote from TK. We'll let you guys work out what it is and where it is. I'm not sure. That almost sounded like it's not on Finland, but maybe he's just trying to, add some mystery to it. There's a lot of conjecture about it maybe being Moose, but that definitely threw me for a loop when he said the where it is part. So I'm very intrigued to see what that is, and the thing is, it's coming with a new map update. If it's not on Finland, I think a lot of us are going to be playing Finland, and it might be a mystery for that much longer.
The duck rework is gonna blow your mind.
We saw a lot of times during the stream the birds in flight, and particularly we got to see the ducks flying, and I'm not a big duck hunter in real life, but I do live in a place where I see ducks flying pretty much every day, and the flight compared to what we've seen with the ducks and geese in the past is so smooth. It's 100 times better than it ever was. I really, really like what I saw. And another interesting thing,
every duck species is intended to have its own behavior, so they should all react differently, they all should fly differently, they should all spook differently, they should all, flee differently and stuff like that.
That's incredible, and that's something that adds so much detail, so much replayability, so much immersion into the game, and that really extends beyond just this map. There's Canada geese on Hirschfelden, there's mallards on Leighton Lakes, we got the harlequin ducks, the teal, and any future duck species I certainly think would kind of be in that sort of system. I'm really, really excited for that. And also along the lines of the waterfowl hunting, boat blinds. They weren't shown, but they were described essentially as a layout blind that floats. That, kind of like the layout blinds for goose hunting, it just adds so much immersion when you can hunt the animals in the game like you would hunt them in real life in that realistic way. That's just so cool. I can't wait to see how those work. I think that's going to be really exciting. The new weapon wheel was talked about. That was also shown, I think, on last week's stream. There is new ammunition coming for the 22H, 22 Conehead ammunition. I don't think we ever got to see the ammo stats on that. He talked about it, but I don't think we got to see exactly what that is. Another thing mentioned, there is no new weapon with Finland. And the way that it was kind of described, basically the waterfowl and all the gameplay kind of upgrades and stuff were the focus there. And frankly, I believe TK mentioned this as well. If there was going to be a new weapon with Finland, it would be a shotgun. I mean, there's no way that you can have a map that's so rich in waterfowl and not have a shotgun be the new weapon. And we have a ton of choices with shotgun anyway, so for me at least, it doesn't bother me one bit that there's no new weapon. And of course there is the new ammo in the 22H Conehead ammunition that was touched on during that stream. Lots of gameplay improvements coming. There is a full rework of animal home ranges for a bunch of maps, UI changes, efficiency overhaul for red dot sites. I don't use them a lot, but I know a lot of people have wanted that. Dog command wheel updates, I really hope that kind of fixes some of the weirdness with the dog command wheel, particularly on console. It can be a little bit odd trying to operate that. Boat icons, so we got to see that as well on the stream. There are boats on Mississippi Acres, we got to see them on Revontuli Coast. There's at least one on Quattro Colinas that essentially acts as a fast travel point, but in the past they never had icons, so you never really knew if that boat was usable to fast travel or if it's just kind of there for, you know, immersion, I guess, having a boat there that isn't functional. Now those icons are going to help to show what's what. Borderless full screen, that's a PC thing, but for anybody that plays on PC, I am so excited for borderless full screen. That's going to be a huge upgrade in my life. I've been recording with the taskbar at the bottom of my screen for years. I cannot wait for that to be a thing of the past and get to see the full screen all the time. And lots of bug fixes were mentioned as well. I'm so excited for everything coming with this update. You guys know generally I prefer hunting big game. It takes a lot to get me super hyped about a waterfowl map. They've done it with everything I got to see on that stream. Another thing worth mentioning as well, by the way. There was this quote from TK, and he specifically said, don't quote me, so maybe I shouldn't say it's a quote from TK, but he said all birds can be shot airborne or grounded, which I can see both sides of that, where I do like the challenge of like pheasants and quail having to shoot them while airborne, but I do see the other side of it where some players, console or not, maybe struggle to shoot some of those animals airborne and maybe never can get the diamonds and stuff. So maybe if there is some kind of further reward for shooting them airborne, that would be cool. But I don't mind the fact that maybe you don't have to. It might be something I attempt to do anyway just for fun. But I really like that. And that is a kind of quick run through all of the things, the highlights at least, from the live stream today. I cannot wait for this map. I really think it's going to be so much fun. I'm really excited for the bird movement, the flight, the individual bird species and subspecies characteristics. We got to see a lot of the species up close. I know we got to see grouse, we got to see capercaillie, we got to see goldeneye. Just like really up close look at the feathers. They look amazing. And also, we got to see the Northern Lights in action at the very end of the stream. They look so cool. You know, I'm not sure. I guess we're going to have to see zone times and stuff for that map as to like what makes sense to hunt at night. But even if it's just to go and see the Northern Lights, hunting at night on Finland is going to be worth it. They put a lot into this map. I wasn't sure about what I thought initially when they got to talking about it, but once 19 species got mentioned last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, I started to think maybe it could be good, and then we got to see all that today. I mean, I am so impressed. Even going to the brown bear, they have like new textures. They look incredible. The old brown bear models were good. These ones are so much better. Everything's going to be just so much fun to hunt on that map, and I really am excited for the number of species. I don't know how many are new, probably 12 or 13. It's a lot of stuff to go for, a lot of stuff to potentially add to the Trophy Lodge, and you guys know, for me, Trophy Lodge stuff is a big deal, and trying to add stuff to that lodge is always one of my biggest motivations to continue playing day after day after day. But I could not be more impressed. I really think this is going to be one of the best maps, and I think the waterfowl rework is going to make a map like Finland replayable far into the future. You see this with new maps. You know, once Mississippi came out and the kind of mystique of gators and stuff wore off, I'm going to say by February, if you were to go into multiplayer, there's maybe like 6 Mississippi Acres sessions open. And you compare that to an old map, you know, Virunga Savannah, one of the most popular DLCs, it's often got 15 to 20. I think Finland may be that next map that keeps 15 to 20 servers open, maybe years down the line. I really think this might be one of the best maps, specifically for waterfowl, obviously, and I just can't wait to try it out. I'm really excited to see what they have, but I wanted to show you guys that. I wanted to offer my thoughts and opinions on what we got to see there, and generally, I'm not sure I saw anything that made me anything but optimistic. I cannot wait to get on that map, and as always, I want to know what you guys have to say about the map in the comments below. Let me know what you think of the species, the map. Is there anything they're missing? Is there anything that you guys are hoping to see? And on that note, that's pretty much going to do it for this video. Just kind of a quick recap of everything. But I really am so excited to see what there is to come with that map. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.